Today we are going to learn how to convert fractions to decimals. Some of the keywords in mathematical language that you will need to use and remember when explaining this concept would be numerator, denominator, multiply, equivalent fraction, tenths, hundredths and thousands, and long division. Now the main trick to converting fractions to decimals is to convert them into equivalent fractions with denominators 10, 100 or 1000. So here are some examples of what I mean by a fraction with denominator 10, 100 or 1000. Now let's look at the first example. Express 3/5 as a decimal. So let's look at the denominator over here. Okay, it's a 5. So if we were to convert it to an equivalent fraction with a denominator of either 10, 100 or 1000, the easiest one would be to convert it to 10. So we would be multiplying it by 2. So I multiply both the numerator and denominator by 2, giving me 6/10. Okay, but this is still a fraction and we still need to convert it to a decimal. Okay, just a quick recap. 6/10 is the same as 6 divided by 10. Okay, and 6 is the same as 6.0. And if you remember, when we divide a number by 10, we are actually moving the decimal point one place to the left. So that would give us 0.6. A quick way to remember this is that if the denominator is 10, which has 1 0, okay, so it will be one decimal place. So we'll just take the numerator, which is 6, and put it into one decimal place, 0.6. Here's an illustration of how 3/5 is equivalent to 0.6 on the number line. So 3/5. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 out of 5 parts is equivalent to, if I look at a number line where the one whole is subdivided into 5 equal parts. Okay, so at the end of where the 3 parts is meets where 0.6 is on the number line. Now this example asks us to express 11/20 as a decimal. So in this case, instead of trying to change it to a fraction with denominator 10, I would actually choose to multiply the fraction by 5 in the numerator and denominator to make it a denominator of 100. Okay, so 11 multiplied by 5 would give me 55, and 20 multiplied by 5 would give me 100. So I would get 55 over 100. Again, a quick recap. 55 over 100 is the same as 55 divided by 100, and because this is dividing by 100, I am shifting the decimal point 2 places to the left, which would give me 0.55. Okay, an easy way to remember our denominator, if it's 100, which has 2 zeros, it would be 2 decimal places. So look at the numerator, which is 55, put it into 2 decimal places, you get 0.55. Again, a similar illustration. So you have the 20 part, so from 1, 2, 3 all the way to 20 over here. Okay, so this is where the 11 parts out of 20 is. Okay, so similarly on the number line, if I were to subdivide the one whole into 20 equal parts, okay, the 11th part would be over here, which is 0.55. Okay, it coincides with where 11/20 is. 5/8 is a little bit special in that it doesn't look as straightforward as the previous numbers, because 8 is a factor of 1000, but the number that we are multiplying it by is not that common. It's actually 125. So this number is something that you have to remember when converting fractions with denominator 8 to 1000. So in this case, 5/8, we are going to multiply both the numerator and denominator by 125. Okay, if you work it out, you get 625 over 1000. So similarly, 625 over 1,000 represents 625 divided by 1,000. So since we're dividing by 1,000, we're shifting the decimal point 3 places to the left, which would give us 0.625. And since our denominator is 1,000, which has 3 zeros, we know that our answer is going to have 3 decimal places. So numerator of 625, put it into 3 decimal places, you get 0.625. Now, for this question, it's going to be a little bit different from what we've done so far, because 9 is not a factor of 10, 100 or 1,000. So in this case, we're going to have to use long division. Okay, this part here in the question stem, when you see something that says round off your answer to 2 decimal places, it's a clear indicator that you can't use fractions with denominators 10, 100 or 1,000, because you wouldn't get a decimal with recurring decimal points. Okay, so over here, 2/9 is the same as 2 divided by 9. So when we put it in long division algorithm, it will look something like this. Okay, if you notice over here, I have 3 decimal places. So just to do a quick recap, when you're rounding off your answer to 2 decimal places, you need to work out your answer to at least 3 decimal places. Okay, so since the answer over here is 0.222, okay, that's not the exact answer, but we stopped over here. When we round it off to 2 decimal places, okay, so since this is a 2, we round it off to 0.22. Another example here where we have to use long division. Okay, express 45 over 11 as a decimal and round off your answer to 2 decimal places. Again, 11 is not a factor of 10, 100 or 1,000. Okay, but in this case, because the numerator is greater than the denominator, you can still do the long division straight away, no problem with that, but I'm trying to show you a different method. So 45 over 11, I can take out 4 wholes first, because this 4 wholes is essentially 44 over 11. So 45 is made out of 44 and 1. Okay, so this is where the 4 wholes came from. Okay, so whatever our answer here, we must remember there is going to be 4 wholes and something else. So it's going to be a 4 point something something. Okay, so let's look at our long division. 1 divided by 11. Okay, so again, I worked it out to 3 decimal places because I'm trying to round it off to 2 decimal places. So 0.090. Now the thing is, many students actually forget and write the answer here as 0.09. But this is wrong because you forgot about this 4. Okay, so the answer is actually 4.09 and not 0.09. Be careful about that. Okay, and that's about it. In your expert groups, work out the questions, discuss it. When the time is up, your teacher will ask you to go back to your home groups.